Hi everyone, welcome back to This Darn Chick's Design Studio. Today we're going to make our own t-shirt. Now I went to Target and I got me an extra large t-shirt, okay, in men's size. And what I did is I went ahead and I used this design. It's called sublimation coating. Now, you cannot sublimate on 100% cotton. You actually have to have this coating in order to do that. So what you do is you take your t-shirt, you spray where your area is going to be at, okay? You want to let it sit for a couple minutes, and then after that, you're going to go ahead and apply your motif. Now, this is my motif that I'm actually doing today on my t-shirt. This is something that I drew. So this is my design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and we're going to sublimate it onto this t-shirt. And then we're going to go from there. I've decided to go ahead and take my sheet of paper here that has my design on it. We're going to turn it over. Okay, this is already mirrored, so I don't have to worry about it not being mirrored. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to tape it so we can actually go ahead and put it into our heat press. Now, the reason why that I don't have it all the way at the top, I will show you here in just a moment. Now we have it all taped down. Now, this is not sublimation paper. However, it does just as well as sublimation paper. So anything that's actually printed on this 11 by 17, as long as it's sublimation ink, this is just regular sheet of paper, okay? I went ahead and just put it down onto my t-shirt. And it will sublimate actually onto this t-shirt. Now, in between, what you're going to want to do is put another sheet of paper right up underneath it. The reason why is because the sublimation inks are so strong that they could go through the back of the t-shirt, and we don't want that. We want to make sure that what we do with our design is going to look really cute for us. Now, I will have to go ahead and press this in several different areas, okay, because my press is not as big as a lot of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this stay on here at 375 for 60 seconds. Then I'm going to actually go ahead and move the print over. Once that's done, we can actually go ahead and pull it off and take the tape off. So once we're done, this is the motif that we have. You can see exactly, it didn't even take a whole lot of ink that was on there. So the ink, there's a lot of ink that's still on this area. So you're going to go ahead and pull out the piece of paper that's in between, okay? Go ahead. I'm sorry I'm doing this with one hand today. I get lazy and I don't want to have to use my tripod that I've got. So, but here it is. Here's the pretty colors that it came out, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're going to, let's get this up here a little bit. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up here to the top, okay? And we're gonna cut out the neck area. So that's your next step. What you're gonna wanna cut is right where the stitches are at, because you wanna get these stitches that are actually away from this area. This is where the neck area is at, okay? And then you wanna go back and you wanna cut all the way around. Just make sure that these stitches right here, we don't want these stitches, okay? Because what we're gonna do next is actually gonna make our own little stitch, okay? Okay, so now we've actually cut out the lining through here. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to just make a basic slit that's gonna come down here. Because when we go ahead and sew, we're gonna sew all the way around this way and then down here into this area, okay? So, and then see right here. Now, just remember, when you do any type of sublimation and you do it on cotton, you have to have this right here. This is the sublimation coating, okay? If you don't have it, it's not going to be as vibrant. And because the more you wash it, the lighter it's going to get, which is fine because most of the time, the motifs anymore that people do, they just get light anyways. So a lot of people like that washed out look. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut right down here, down the center, and it's going to just make a little V shape for us. Okay, so we're going to get ready to run our stitch down. I went ahead and just made mine just a little bit lower because that stitch is actually going to go all the way around here, okay? Okay, so I went ahead and I picked out my color. This is actually going to be my color. It's like a rose color that's going to go around the edges of my shirt, okay? And then this is going to be on a zigzag stitch, because we want it to actually grab it. It's almost like having oh, I can't remember those machines, surgery machines. It's almost like having a little surgery machine. So you want to make sure that you can actually finish off all the way around here, because we don't have that seam. We already cut it out. So let's go ahead and we're going to get this done for you. Okay, so actually what I'm doing is I'm actually going along this area. This is where we cut at, and then I'm folding my fabric underneath. So you just want to kind of tuck it under there. It doesn't have to be really neat. And then I'm just pushing it along with my finger. And then when you get closer to where the shoulder's at, okay, I'm going to tuck it again. And you can use whatever stitch you want. I just chose to use this one just because it just makes it a nicer look, a finer look to the t-shirt. So when you go over this area where the shoulder's at, just go a little bit slower. But then you can actually go ahead and speed up to get your t-shirt done. And so we're going to go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we went from one plain t-shirt, okay, just a regular t-shirt, to this right here. So I went ahead and I put some edging around here, okay. And then I thought it would be really cute is to go ahead and to put some more edging around here. I've got to clip a few little pieces here, but I went ahead and color coordinated my thread to help with the actual design. And this design right here, I went ahead and drew and printed on my sublimation machine. So now there's a few other things that I'm actually going to do. So there's some little rhinestones I'm going to put on it. So we're going to start, and that will be the next thing. Okay, so I'm cutting a piece of our rhinestone restickable paper. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put these. I got these from Beadland. It's a hot fix rhinestone, and you can get these on Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open this up. This is the sticky layer of it. That's where you want to go ahead and have your rhinestones on. What I've done is actually put my rhinestones down, and I've kind of spread them out. Now some of them are upside down or whatever, but what I'm going to do is let this piece of sticky paper go ahead and pick those up. So, and so whichever ones that it picks up, I'll be fine with, okay? And I just kind of press them down there. Normally you would use this with a stencil, but I'm not going to use this with a stencil today, but you can use it with one. And then you're just going to go ahead, pull it up. You're going to pull it up here, just like that, and see how it just pulls everything up. What I've done is place this down right here in front, okay? And then I'm going to take it over to my heat press, and we're going to press it. Pressing, you don't need 60 seconds for this. You only need like maybe 30 seconds, not even that, because you want it to be able to stick. Okay, so our shirt's done. We've added our little bling to it in the front there. They're not going to come off. Now you want to be careful though with washing your shirt. You want to wash it in cold, and then you can tumble dry it low, okay? Or you can just kind of leave it out. But I think it came out really pretty. The one thing about it is that you don't have to use a heat press with these. You can use your Cricut. You can use like the mini press with Cricut or whatever, however you want to do it. But you don't have to do that. I just kind of threw mine on there, and just since I had my heat press on, I went ahead and used that instead. But I think it looks really nice. So if you like this tutorial, give me a thumbs up, subscribe and like to my channel, and I will be back soon with some more tutorials. Have a nice night.